What's going on, everybody? It has been too long. It's been way too long, but I'm back. We're back. We're back. It's been a couple of weeks now. I had my birthday week, and so I put off the show for that, and then things got a little nuts there after that. They got a little crazy. I got a little busy. I had a lot of work I was doing. If a lot of you may or may not know, I work 2 full-time jobs. So this past couple of weeks have been crazy. And then, of course, last Friday I was going to jump on and do a show. And literally right when I was going to do that, somebody decided to do some construction right outside of my place. And so, so I know it's been a while, and I'm sorry, guys. But the good news is yes, guys, we are back. We are back and ready to roll, and we're gonna have a good show today. So this is the Movie Idiot Show. What is the Movie Idiot Show? Well, the Movie Idiot Show is simply this: we talk movies, and we talk TV, and we talk entertainment and all that fun stuff within the movie and TV range. And we talk about what you want to talk about, so you guys can interact. This is live. It's live on YouTube. It is live on Facebook. If you want to see, you can see right here. See, look, I am live on Facebook on my phone, and also live on YouTube. And we're streaming and interacting and ready to roll. So you may be asking yourself, how do you interact with the Movie Idiot Show? Well, it's very simple. There are a few different ways to do that. You can do that via Facebook and or Twitter at MovieIdiot1. You can do that via email and submit for main topics. If you want to submit a main topic for the show, you do that via email, themovieidiot@gmail.dork. Gmail.dork? Yeah, okay. Themovieidiot@gmail.com. That's a good way to submit for main topics. Or, if you just like email, that's cool too. You can submit in questions or comments that way as well. Also, obviously, during the live streams, you can comment just in the comments section on YouTube or on Facebook. Either way, that's a good way to interact with the show. And finally, the best way to comment and interact with the show is to tip. You send in your tips to streamlabs.com/movieidiots. And the reason why that is the best way is, well, it's very simple, because you interact with the show, of course, and you help support the show. And that's always good because, we want to keep the show going. I like talking with you guys. And hopefully you guys like talking with me, and that's how we do it. So also, when you submit a tip, you can submit anytime, 24/7. Throughout the week, even though we do this show on Fridays at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, you can submit your tip topics throughout the week, and that's the best way, again, to support the show and keep this train running. So we're going to get right into our main topics here. We got a few. Obviously, I've been out for a few weeks, so we got to catch up on some stuff here, people. We got to catch up on some stuff. So we're going to go right into our first main topic. And the first main topic is Disney has postponed most of their big movies for the rest of 2020 at this point. Let's get this thing out of here. So here's the deal. Black Widow, postpone. We're going to go over the whole list here. So Black Widow was originally scheduled for May this year and then moved to November, and now I think they're going to May of next year. Black Widow's gone. So the West Side Story remake, the Steven Spielberg version of that, it has been postponed. It's been pushed a full year from this December to next December. Since Black Widow's been postponed, it looks like Eternals, the Marvel movie, which was going to be released this year, is now going to be released November of next year, a full year after its date. Those 3 movies right there, all postponed. The other one, which is not a Disney movie, but I also wanted to honorable mention this, and that movie is Wonder Woman 84. That movie's also been postponed by DC and Warner Brothers. So this is going to just kind of push me right into the next main topic that I have. And the next main topic, and obviously the main topic of today's video, as you guys saw, is plain and simple. RIP theaters. RIP movie theaters. Guys, I say this in no uncertain terms when I explain this next part. The pushing off of all the new movies is going to have a terrible adverse effect for movie theaters. They're already struggling, and this year has been terrible for them. And now the studios at this point, and understandably so, the studios look at Tenet. Tenet right now, actually, let's look this up really quick because I kind of do want to see it while I am thinking about it. I was going to pull this up and I forgot. Tenet's box office Mojo, because that's where you go to get your movie numbers. All right, let's see what Tenet is pulling here. Let me pull it up so you guys can see it. Tenet for Box Office Mojo. Tenet is currently at domestic, international, worldwide, $284.9 million. So it still has not even hit the $300 million mark. Now, granted, they're in the middle of a pandemic. So, I mean, are we going to hold that against them? No. But the problem that makes for Tenet is this. They needed to make somewhere in the area of $650 million just to break even. All the other studios are seeing this. They're seeing that, especially in the U.S., because if you looked at that number, the U.S. total was only $4 million. So $240+ million of that was made overseas, worldwide. People in the United States, even though a lot of the theaters are open, are not going to movie theaters. They're just not going. All the studios see that, and they've decided to push off most of their movies. Now, Disney is going to keep the release date for Soul, the Pixar movie, so that's one that's going to stay. But the rest, all pushed off. Wonder Woman 84, again, for Warner Brothers, pushed off. Who knows if Dune, which is another big tentpole title that Warner Brothers has, pushed off. What does this all mean? It means that theaters don't have new movies to put out, even if they stay open, which now NATO, which is not what you think it is, it's the National Association of Theater Owners, I believe is the acronym for that, has come out with a statement saying that there's a chance that theaters might have to shut down again because they don't have new movies to put out. AMC, the world's largest theater distributor, and also the U.S.'s largest theater chain, they have already said, and they've gone on record saying that they will make it to May. And after that, they're going to have to close their doors. And even if they open their doors, and even if things pick up, there's no guarantee that they're going to be able to keep the doors open. So AMC has already said that there's a chance they may be closing. Guys, it's real simple. If you love movies like me, if you're into movies like me, you need to get your asses out to theaters, and now. Now, I get it. It's a pandemic. Totally understand. But you know what? You go to a grocery store, you put on a mask, you go. And one of my other jobs, I see a lot of people out in restaurants and bars, and, you go. So if you can do that, you can go to theaters. And if you love movies, you better start going, because the ramifications of this is far beyond what you might think it is. A lot of people are like, but Mike, so what? If theaters close, who cares? They'll just release the movies on VOD. No. So Mulan came out on VOD. Mulan made I think it was $90 million. They haven't even crossed $100 million with Mulan. Mulan cost twice as much, well, not quite, about 1.5 times as much to make Mulan, and what is compared to what it's made. But Mike, we have all this great TV content. Who cares if the movies go away? Well, where do you think they get the money to make this TV content that you love so much? Where do you think HBO gets the money to make their shows? They get them from those big tentpole movies. Where do you think Disney is getting the money to make shows like Mandalorian? They're getting it from the Marvel movies and from the Star Wars movies, the big, giant, billion-dollar blockbusters. That's where they're getting them from. They're not getting it from your subscriptions, and they're not getting it from your VOD payments. They're getting the money to make all your favorite TV shows from the movies they put out. Netflix, too. But Mike, no. And Netflix is another thing, by the way. But Mike, Netflix can do it. No. Netflix is $5 billion in debt. That's how they did it. They have lent themselves out to the heels. Like they are very much in debt. That's how Netflix did it. I promise you guys, if people don't start going to see movies in theaters, they're going to close. And when the theaters close, the studios are going to suffer, and we, the viewers, are going to suffer. Inevitably, that's what's going to happen. The content, the quality is going to go down. And the whole thing can crash. That is where we're at, and I say it in no uncertain terms. It's not me, panicking. This is real. AMC is gonna go down. Regal's probably gonna go down. If people don't start going, and but Mike, we're being careful. Well, I've seen a lot of people and how careful they're being. Yeah, if you can do some of the stuff that you're doing, you can go see a movie. And if you love movies, you better go. If you love your TV content, you better go, because if they don't start making money soon, we're all going to get screwed. And that's it. That's the bottom line. That money trickles down. That movie money trickles down to all your favorite shows. It's really that simple. It's not complicated. And you can follow the paper trails. And if you don't believe me, do the research. Look it up. It's dire straits for the movie industry right now. It's dire straits, and the TV industry will follow. Yeah, it looks great right now because you got great TV shows coming up like The Boys. You got a season 2 of Mandalorian. You got a lot of great television content coming on Amazon Prime right now. HBO Max putting out a lot of good stuff. A lot of great original TV programming, but that's not going to last because they're not going to be able to pay these people because they're not going to have the money to do it unless people start supporting this in the way that the money comes from, and that is the movie theaters. And they're not getting that money from VOD. People aren't buying. I mean, you could buy VOD. That's another way. I personally would prefer the theater because I prefer the theatrical experience. But either way, people need to start investing in theaters, and they need to start investing in VODs, or all of our content is going to suffer and we're going to lose it. And I think you guys love your shows. I think you like watching Lucifer. I think you like watching, The Mandalorian, The Witcher, Stranger Things, all these shows that cost millions of dollars to make. If you don't start supporting these studios, you're not going to have them anymore. You're going to get shit. Or, well, I mean, not shit, but you're not going to get, stuff that relies on visual effects. You're not going to get the best talent. You're not going to get the best directors. You're not going to get... Your quality is going to drop. Now, if you're okay with that, you're okay with that. And some people are like, but Mike, I'm not going to support the Hollywood, business because they're a bunch of this, that, and the other things. Look, man, Hollywood's a lot of things, and that's for sure. And even if some of the rumors are true about Hollywood, and I'm not going to get into all that, but even if that is true, that's 1% of Hollywood. The rest of it, just people who go to work who are cameramen or light people or makeup artists or whatever, they're not. So even if the worst is true about Hollywood, it's literally 1%. The rest of them don't deserve to lose their jobs. They don't deserve any of this. And I guess, I'm literally pleading with my fellow movie fans here. I don't want to lose it. I know you guys don't. You guys love these movies. You guys love this content. If you want to keep it up, if you want to keep the party going, you got to support it, which means going to the theaters and watching what's there. Right now, that's Tenet, and right now that's, movies, some smaller movies like Unhinged or some re-releases. Go support them. Go watch them. Or VOD. Go watch Mulan. Go watch Bill and Ted. Go watch, start supporting them, because if you don't, this content in 5 years is gone. And all of us who have loved the MCU, or all of us who have loved, DC big blockbuster movies, or even just, movies like Christopher Nolan's Tenet or whatever, all of that stuff will go away. We're not going to get any of that anymore if you don't go support it. So anyway, that's a long-winded thing. So what do you guys think? You guys obviously can tell I'm very passionate about this. I want movies to stay. I want them to stay as they've been. I want to pick this business back up and get it going here. But, I can't do it alone. I don't have, all that money. We got to do it as a collective group of movie and entertainment fans. That's how we got to do it. So what do you guys think at home? Do you think that I'm just being crazy, being stupid? Do you think that, maybe people need to wake up and realize that they're going to lose all their great content? Do you think, do you have another idea or theory on all of this? Let me know in the comments below. Or again, you can send it a tip to streamlabs.com/movieidiot. And I'm going to move on to the next topic now. Thanks for letting me rant there for a little bit, guys. So let's get to the next topic. And the next topic is simple. It is the WandaVision trailer. So speaking of Marvel, WandaVision trailer has come out. This came out last week. I was so excited to talk about this last Friday, and then construction totally ruined my show. Anyway, but WandaVision is out. Not the show isn't, but the trailer is. And man, I got to tell you guys, it looks really cool. It looks really cool, and I am super excited about this. And it looks like they may touch on one of the biggest storylines in Marvel comic history, and that's House of M. And that is where Wanda creates her own reality. And it looks as if Wanda has lost her mind and has started creating her own reality where, Vision she's living with Vision. They're going through like different eras of sitcoms and things like that. It's bonkers. It looks crazy, and I loved every second of it. I cannot wait for this show. I think it's going to be awesome, and I think it's going to lead into a lot, and I think it's going to explain a lot. And this could be, especially for you comic book geeks like me, this could be where they introduce or figure out a way to open the door to get the mutants into the MCU finally, now that Disney owns them. So it's very exciting, and I really loved the trailer. I thought it was very well done. It got me excited. I really definitely want to see this show. And I'm really looking forward to it. The show is supposed to launch. One of the few things Disney has not pushed back. It's supposed to launch in November, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm very excited about WandaVision. But what do you guys think? Have you seen the WandaVision trailer? Are you excited for the show? Did it up your wow factor? Did it not? Did you think it was stupid? Let me know in the comments below your guys' thoughts on that. And we're going to go on to our next main topic. And the next main topic is Spider-Man 3 Jolt. This is an exclusive on the Hollywood Reporter. Spider-Man 3 Jolt. Jamie Foxx is returning as Electro for Spider-Man 3. Now, if you guys don't know, Jamie Foxx played the villain Electro in the the Amazing Spider-Man 2, the Andrew Garfield version of Spider-Man. Not a great movie. And I have a lot of family and friends who really did not like Jamie Foxx in that role. Not a great movie, I gotta admit. So I was rather shocked when I saw this headline. The Andrew Garfield iteration of Spider-Man started out well, I thought. The first Amazing Spider-Man I thought was really cool. The second one had a definite scene in it, which I'm not going to spoil that for anybody who may not have seen it, even though that movie is like pretty old now. But definitely had a wow scene in it. But the movie as a whole was convoluted at best. Had a lot of stuff in there. So I was really shocked when I saw that Jamie Foxx was coming back. But that being said, I think this could be good. Look, Jamie Foxx has shown his acting chops. If anybody who's ever seen Django Unchained, that's right there is enough. I mean, he obviously has a lot more, but that particular, oh my God, dude, that movie is great. But anyway, so adding an actor of that caliber is always good. And I think we all need to just kind of reset and go, okay, Jamie Foxx is playing the same character in a different iteration of Spider-Man, but it's Marvel's. It's Kevin Feige. And in Kevin Feige, I trust. As Mike just chimed in, he said, I'm definitely excited for WandaVision. Very excited to see what they do with it. Have a feeling there's going to be some really messed up, uncomfortable moments. I totally agree, Mike. That's I totally agree with that. Anyway, so Jamie Foxx picking up as Spider-Man 3, sorry, let me try again. It's Electro in Spider-Man 3. I will say that when you add an actor of that caliber and you give them to Kevin Feige and you give them over to the Spider-Man franchise, I trust them. I trust Marvel. I trust what they're doing, and I want to wait and see, before I pass judgment. Hopefully, and what I'm thinking is I have this weird feeling that, because right now the current new Sony Marvel deal is two movies for Spider-Man. So one that's going to be his own standalone, and then he's going to show up in another one. I think, obviously, Spider-Man 3, the standalone, which is going to have Electro. But I think the other movie is Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. And I think that's where Electro comes in. I bet you that Electro comes through the Multiverse of Madness. Somehow he comes through and ends up in the Spider-Man 3 movie. That's my prediction. That's where I'm going with it. Kind of my little fan theory, if you will. Obviously, there's no, real... thing backing that up. But, yeah, it doesn't get my excitement level up because, again, like the last time he played this character wasn't the greatest. But, again, in Kevin Feige, I trust. So you put an actor of that caliber, you match him up with, the Marvel team, and let's see what happens. It could end up being good. They could end up doing it way better justice than what was done in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But anyway, those are my thoughts. What do you guys think? Let me know again in the comments below your thoughts on that. And we're going to move on again to our next and final main topic of the day. And this is fresh off the press, people. This just jumped up on Deadline at 6 a.m. this morning. Anne Hathaway and Robert Zemeckis' movie, The Witches, the remake, I believe, of the 1980s Witches movie, is heading to HBO Max instead of theaters. So, originally set for an October theatrical release, the Zemeckis-directed Warner Brothers feature, Roald Dahl's The Witchers, is heading to the studio's streaming service HBO Max on October 22nd. So it's not only hitting HBO Max, but The Witches is hitting HBO Max in, 20 days. 20 days from now. So I'm very excited for that. So, yeah, let's see here. The movie stars Anne Hathaway, Octavia Spencer, Stanley Tucci, and is being positioned Halloween season Halloween season event programming for HBO Max. Initially, The Witches was scheduled to open on October 16th before being moved a week to October 9th. Then back in June, Warner Brothers took the date off, and now it looks like they're putting it on HBO Max. And this kind of ties into what I was talking about before. And basically, look, guys, again, this is another movie that got pulled from theaters, and it's being put on streaming. Not only is it being put on streaming, it's good. You won't have to pay any extra for it. So unlike Disney Plus, which did the $30 fee where you had to pay for Mulan, they're just throwing it on HBO Max. Now, Warner Brothers, this is the first time they're doing this in the pandemic era of movies. In the past, Netflix and Disney Plus, when they've done stuff like that, the movies have been less than stellar. They've been less than good. So, there's a worry there. because the track record for movies that have been pulled from theaters and been thrown on VOD or thrown on a streaming service has not been good at all. You got Scoob, that was pretty terrible. You got again, Mulan has kind of mixed reviews. You have there's a few more that I can't think of off the top of my head, but the track record has not been. Oh, Artemis Fowl, Disney did, again, not great. So the track record has not been good for movies that have been thrown right onto streaming services. So it's concerning when you look at that track record. Definitely concerning, but I honestly think this could be the first one that might be good. If anybody's ever seen the original Witches with, Angelica Houston, crushed it in that movie. She is so amazing. It's creepy. The original is creepy as hell. Anne Hathaway, I feel like if anybody can pull off that role or do it justice like Angelica Houston did, it's Anne Hathaway. And so I am very excited for this movie and have been. Does this ramp up my excitement? No, this actually kind of knocks my excitement down a little bit because I am worried about the streaming thing, because typically when things get kicked straight to streaming instead of being pushed off in the COVID era, it just means that, it's probably not that good. But that being said, I'm willing to give it a shot, and I can't wait. So I'm excited. I'm definitely going to watch this movie when it hits. And so that's where I'm at on The Witches. And what do you guys think? That's the big thing. It isn't about me. I'm just some idiot. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below your guys' thoughts. Or again, you can send in a tip comment, of course. Tip comments, again, at streamlabs.com/movieidiots. And so that's all of our main topics for the day. We are done with the main topics. So we are going to get to your guys' comments, questions, things like that. And I'm going to start, of course, as I always do, with the tip comments. So tip comments, I have a few here since, I haven't done the show in a smidget. So let's see here. I'm going to go, I got three tip comments here. So, Bick Mitchum a week ago donated $1, and Bick said, "Hey Mike, have you seen the show Designated Survivor on Netflix? If so, what are your thoughts?" Well, Bick, I don't watch the show Designated Survivor, but I am aware of it because my girlfriend is currently in a full-on binge of this show. And it stars Kiefer Sutherland, where he kind of accidentally becomes president of the United States. Creepily, this show, it ended, so it ran for 3 seasons. It ended last year. This show somehow has predicted a lot of the stuff that has happened in 2020. If you watch it, it was very crazy. My girlfriend was telling me about how they have a pandemic, they have wildfires, they have all sorts of crazy stuff. If you watch the show Designated Survivor, you're going to see a lot of the things that have happened actually this year in real life, which is just nuts. I have caught bits and pieces of it while she's watching it. The cast is stacked. I do have to say, the cast is unbelievable. A really good cast in the show. And like, if I had time, because I work 2 jobs, so it's really hard for me to find time, I would probably jump on it. But I haven't seen it. But I will say my girlfriend loves it. She definitely, is behind the show. So yeah, Beck, that's kind of where I'm at on the show. What do you guys think out there? Have any of you seen Designated Survivor? If so, leave a comment below and let me know what you think. And we're going to get on to the next tip topic. And the next the next tip topic comes from Del Mackey. Make this a little easier for myself so I can see these. Del Mackey donated $1, and he says, "Hey Mike, good to see you're back." Thank you, Del. He said, what are your top 5 TV shows right now? Well, Let me think. Okay. I'm not gonna rank them. Let me list 5, and then I'll worry about maybe ranking them. So The Boys, definitely on there. Doom Patrol, definitely on there. What's the other superhero one? Umbrella Academy, definitely on there. That's there. Again, this is not ranked, so those 3 for sure are there. Lucifer, definitely on there, no doubt. And the 5th one, I gotta say, oh, of course somebody calls me while I'm doing a show, right? I gotta say, Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, it didn't mute. Hold on. Okay, Harley Quinn. So let's go over that again since we got rudely interrupted there. The Boys, The Umbrella Academy, Doom Patrol, and yes, I know they're all 3 superhero shows, but I'm a superhero show guy. That's my thing. So The Boys, Umbrella Academy, Doom Patrol, Lucifer, and the Harley Quinn TV show. Those are my 5. Yes, all of them are comic book shows. Sue me, I'm a nerd. It is a thing. So if I'm going to rank those, though, man, that's going to be hard. Well, let me explain kind of what I like about each one, right? So The Boys. Let's start with The Boys. The Boys, if you guys don't know, is a show on Amazon Prime. And it's basically the whole premise of the show is what would it be like if superheroes were real and if they were working for a private corporation and they were a bunch of assholes. Basically, this show is awesome, which, by the way, I have an episode that I'm going to be watching right after this. So, because the newest episode has come out. Show is amazing. Amazing. Yeah, just the dynamics between all the different heroes. Homelander, which is like the main antagonist, he's just such a jerk. Oh my god, he's so terrible. Definitely recommend it. Fully recommend it. Awesome. The big thing about that show is there's a lot of shock value in it. A lot of oh my god, did that just happen moments. But also really good depth in the characters. They really dig deep into each character, and you get a lot of good backstory. And just when you think that they can't get any worse, they do. And that's The Boys. The Boys is amazing. The second one, Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol, also a superhero show based on the DC comic Doom Patrol, which is kind of like a B-team, group of ragtag, superheroes or whatever. But the show, the characters in this show are so interesting and so deep, and so there's so much that you get so many things of, there's one episode where you have the robot guy who's talking to the dude who owns the mansion, and they're just talking father to father, and it's a really deep, rich conversation. And yet there's also other things where I all I have to say is I flexed the wrong muscle, and it's one of the funniest, most amazing moments I've ever seen on TV. So Doom Patrol, really awesome. Great character development, great writing. Brendan Fraser is back. He is awesome in that show as the robot guy, so I definitely recommend. The third one, of course, Umbrella Academy. I am literally watching the rest of season 2 of that. I have 5 episodes to go, and it is getting so good. And again, talk about another show where it's a superhero show, but really it's all about the characters, and they really go, it's a good drama, but there's also some comedy every now sprinkled in, but just great character development and interaction. Awesome show. Totally recommend it. So that's those 3. Lucifer might be my favorite character on television right now. He is phenomenal. The show is great. Tom Ellis is the main actor in that, and just a great show. Very entertaining. And again, just the character interaction, and that's a big thing with all of these shows. Yes, they're based off comic books, but they do such a great job of developing the characters and showing the struggles they're all going through. Just so great. So that's 4. And then Harley Quinn, which is an animated show. An animated show. It started on the DC streaming service, and now it's on HBO Max. And I'm telling all of you, if you have not seen the Harley Quinn animated show, watch it. It is bonkers funny and crazy, and yet in another show, which you would never guess, but somehow they figured out a way to put in character development. And I'm just like, what? Like, it is phenomenal, crazy good show. Definitely recommend it. So those are my 5 if I have to list them right now. Now, I promise you that's going to change in very soon, because as soon as The Mandalorian comes back on, that's going to jump probably up to the top. So I love The Mandalorian. And that's one thing I didn't even get to talk about yet. The Mandalorian trailer. Oh my God, you guys. If you have not seen the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer, it is so good. Oh, man. Mandalorian, which was actually nominated for an Emmy for Best Drama. It did not win, but still, for a Star Wars property to do that is impressive. So definitely Mandalorian as well. If I had to kick one off when the Mandalorian comes in, I'd probably kick Harley Quinn off. But, I mean, yeah, all those shows are phenomenal. Definitely check them all out. What about you guys? What are your guys' favorite shows on there? Let me know in the comments below, or send in a tip, and let me know what you guys think. And let's see. Speaking of, final tip topic of the day here. Nick Papagiorgio sends this in, donated $1. Thank you, Nick. Says, hey, Mike. How excited are you for the upcoming Mandalorian Season 2? Well, if you didn't just see my reaction, like, literally, I don't know, 30 seconds ago, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this show. I loved Season 1. Loved it. And I am super stoked for Season 2. The trailer came out, and it is amazing. The little scene with Baby Yoda, and he shuts his little egg, and all of a sudden you just hear pop, 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 where Mando's just beating the crap out of people. Was so great, so great. Oh, God, I cannot wait for this show. Plus, with some of the things I know that are coming, like Ahsoka Tano, and a few other surprises, I'm very... sorry about that, guys. I'm very excited about that. I definitely want to see live action Ahsoka. Some people don't like Ahsoka Tano. I actually think Ahsoka Tano is a really good character in Star Wars. So I'm very excited to see her live action. And Rosario Dawson, the amazing Rosario Dawson's playing her. So definitely want to see that. And I want to see where it goes with... what's the dude's name? The guy at the end. Yeah. Anyway... I want to see where it goes. It's going to be awesome. And of course, Baby Yoda. Who doesn't love Baby Yoda? So, yes, Nick, I am very, 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 very excited for The Mandalorian Season 2. So, definitely going to be watching that. Let's see what else we got. And I already read this, but I'm going to read it one more time because Mike had chimed in during the live show. So, Mike said... definitely excited for WandaVision. Very excited to see what they do with it. I have a feeling there's going to be some really messed up, uncomfortable moments. And Mike, I totally agree. With WandaVision, I think they're going to have some really messed up, uncomfortable moments, just like you said. And again, it's probably going to be more of a spinoff of like House of M. It's her own reality. She's going to, do with it what she wants, basically. I think she's probably just lost it after losing Vision. She just lost it. And judging from the trailer, it looks like she's kind of contained in some kind of like bubble. So I'm very curious to see if she's being manipulated in some kind of way or something like that. Like I said, the trailer was bonkers cool. It looks so good. And I can't wait. I cannot wait for the show. And honestly, I just can't wait for some Marvel content. Like, that's another thing. So Falcon and Winter Soldier got pushed off. So now we're not getting that one until probably next year. We don't even know. They don't have a date on it. So, but it got pushed. So when Black Widow got pushed, Falcon and Winter Soldier got pushed, which means they're probably connected. So I'm guessing WandaVision's one of the ones that they can release right now with no spoilers or anything, or not having anything that has to lead into it. So anyway, super excited for it. So I can't wait, Mike. And thanks again for chiming in. And let me see if I have any other comments or anything. I'm going to jump on the old Book of Faces here really quick and see if we got anything. Hold on, please. Doesn't look like I have anything there. Don't have anything on Twitter. So I'll check the email one more time, guys, just to make sure that we are clear there. And nope, that's it. So, guys, that's going to do it for this week. Good show this week. Thank you to everybody who chimed in. Our tip donators, that was Bick Mitchum, Del Mackey, Nick Papagiorgio, Mike. Thank you for chiming in on the live chat. Appreciate that, man. Great comment on that as well. And we're going to be back next week, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as always, for the Movie Idiot Show. Again, guys, you can submit questions and comments a couple of ways during the week. If you think of anything and you want to chime in on the show, obviously, themovieidiot@gmail.com is good. At movieidiot1 on Twitter or Facebook. If you want to submit for a main topic, send it to the email, themovieidiot@gmail.com. And then, of course, if you want to support the show, the tip, streamlabs.com/movieidiot. Again, you can send in tips 24/7, 7 days a week, and it's always there for you to comment to me and send me tips to help build this channel and make a great community where we can all talk movies and TV. I appreciate you guys checking out the show again. Again, don't forget to, of course, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, because that's how we build an awesome movie fan community to talk movies and TV. So thank you all again. I am Mike, your movie idiot, and I will catch you guys next week, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here live on YouTube and, of course, Facebook as well. So, guys, have a great week. Be safe. Have fun. Take it easy. And I am out of here.